Okay, so Leo, your future spouse could definitely be somebody who has city vibes. Okay, I'm getting like LA specifically. Your person could be from LA, and I guess that wants to be known as well too, for some. But I'm getting your person has like a city like vibe to them, or they have like a LA vibe to them. So again, they could be from LA, or again, they're from a big city like LA. Your future spouse could just be from a big city, so they have like a city vibes. They are a city girl, city guy, and that's just like their overall vibes, I guess, that wants to be known. Maybe they're from a city, or they're gonna want to move to a city with you. Or your future spouse could, again, they could already live in a city. You know, they like city vibes, so they live in a city, or they're gonna want to live in a city with you. Your future spouse is going to be very beautiful or handsome, Leo. So you're going to have a very nice looking husband or wife. And I'm talking like beautiful or handsome. Somebody who's very attractive. Your future spouse could even have, beauty from inside and out. So that's also what I'm getting. Maybe you're not going to be able to stop looking at your person because they're so attractive. Your future spouse could like to read, or they're like very educated or resourceful in some way. You probably will end up going to your person for a lot of things because they're resourceful, they're educated. Your future spouse could also like to read, though. This is somebody who has like books everywhere, or you'll catch them reading a book occasionally. They like to read. Yes, and I was getting that. Okay, so Leo, your future spouse, they may definitely like quiet places. They like places where they could study, where they could think, where they can get educated, where they could just, what I'm trying to say, where they can have a nice peace and quiet area so they can study, again, get educated, because this is an educated person. But I'm just getting like a vision where someone is in a library and it's quiet, or in a quiet place where they're able to study, learn. Maybe your future spouse is in school when you meet them, or they're like going back to school. Or again, this could be somebody with some degrees because they're educated. But yeah, your future spouse is gonna like being in having that quiet, peaceful area so they can become educated and learn about the things they want to learn about. So I got this also with Taurus, I think, and somebody else, but don't take my word for it. But I'm also getting like your future spouse is somebody who is a fiend for learning. They like to learn, so it all makes sense. Your person is gonna want to be in areas where they can learn, where it's quiet, so they can, research and get educated and read books, and it's giving like a school vibe. So your person is definitely gonna be like that quiet time, so they can, again, because they use it to get educated. I want to say, Leo, your future spouse could even be a teacher. They teach in some way, or they've been a teacher before, or they teach in some way. Whether that's being a coach even, or they actually taught like kids in school, college professor, or again, it's just something about them being a teacher. They know how to teach. But yes, Leo, your future spouse is going to love to learn, okay? This is somebody who's just going to find time, make time for them to learn. Your person is also somebody who keeps it 100, Leo. Like, this is not somebody who's going to lie or feed you lies. This is not somebody that's going to sugarcoat either. This is somebody who keep it 100% real. And I feel like you're going to admire that about this person. It's somebody who keeps it 100% real. I'm even getting could even be too blunt, too honest or something, but something about them keeping it real. This is the type of person that just keeps it real. This is not somebody you have to worry about doing you grimy or anything like that. Your future spouse is definitely somebody who makes a lot of money. I don't know what they're going to do for their career. Like I said, some of them are teachers, professors, or life coaches, but whatever has to do with teaching. Some could do that on the side, but whatever they do for work, it is going to make them a lot of money. Your future spouse is going to make a lot of money, okay? Your future spouse could even come from money for some. Your future spouse could be somebody who's very egotistical. So that is something to know about your future spouse. They may just be in their ego a lot of the times. They could think they're all that. They could think that, they're better. They have better. They could think that they are, top shelf. Your future spouse will definitely have some type of ego, whether that's a healthy ego or a negative, or not in such a good way type of ego, but they definitely have an ego. And heavy on your person being so attractive, Leo. Like, your future spouse is so, I get why your future spouse may be so, like, egotistical. They're very much attractive, and I want to say that could be part of why they have a big ego. They think they are the shit, like, physically speaking, especially, okay? Your future spouse could also just be somebody who wants a lot of money as well, too. Like, they're going to want money. Or, that's all they could, want for themselves is money. But it's something about this person either having a lot of money or, money is also what feeds their ego and how good they look. Your future spouse will be somebody successful. And we said this, your future spouse will have a lot of money. And I'm getting because your future spouse is somebody who's educated. So regardless, this person is like somebody who's going to have a good job, going to have money. They're going to be successful in their career, what they do. They're going to be successful in life, period. Okay, this is your future spouse, somebody who's very much successful. And heavy on your person having an ego like this because they're successful. It's definitely understandable, okay? But yeah, your future spouse, your future spouse may just be a little too much for you because it's just like they know who they are type shit, okay? Your future spouse could be like also like really good at what they do, or they're like a success with everything they do. Like the type of person that whatever they get their hands on, they're good at, or they're just a success. Everything they do just is a success for them. Your future spouse may just have like a bipolar, because I just like to get to it. It's no beating around the bush. Your person could just have, that's what I'm going to start off with. Your person may just be bipolar. They could have a lot of up and down emotions, act different ways. But I'm getting this type of person, they could just have a lot of up and down emotions. And that's something you should need to know about your future spouse. Like, they're going to be, like, maybe this is the type of person, 1 minute they're happy, next thing you know, they're sad. Next thing you know, they're full of joy. Next thing you know, they're angry and they're raging. Like, this person could just have up and down emotions. I'm also getting your person could have been through a lot of ups and downs in their life. Okay? But something about them, even maybe carrying that, internally, like they just have a lot of ups and downs. But it could just be as simple as their emotions. Some people really do have a hard time regulating their emotions. So your future spouse may just be somebody, a little up and down in their emotions. You're going to be trying to figure out like what the hell wrong with you, because you was just acting like this, now you like that, okay? This could even like cause you guys to have a lot of ups and downs, because there's like an up and down in their emotions. For some, your future spouse could like to go back and forth. So this type of person, they're not letting nothing go. They're going to keep going back and forth with you till I guess they prove their point or something. That's for some. Your future spouse is definitely somebody who has a lot of protection. They could be spiritually protected. They could have like protection in their physical world. Because something about your future spouse, they have a job where they actually are in the public eye. Because they could be some type of influencer where they teach. You never know what the case is. But your future spouse is somebody who's like even protected in the physical as well too. Like I'm saying, they could be somebody important and they have like protection, but I'm getting like spiritual protection. Your future spouse is somebody who's very much protected and by the universe in the spiritual realm. And I'm also getting your person is going to protect you. This is the type of person, they're going to be very protective over you. That's cute. Your person could also be the type of person who likes protection from the people they love as well too. So you being your future spouse's husband or wife, your future spouse is going to want to feel protected by you. So this is somebody who could also want to feel protected. Like, say you are, a guy here, your future spouse is a woman. She's going to want to be protected by you, or she may even feel protected by you. Okay, something about that as well too. Yeah, but heavy on your person, like being protective, may even be protective over their kids that they have, or if they have kids with you. But heavy on your person, or again, if it's you, but heavy on your person being protective. I want to say your future spouse could be somebody with a little bit of like self-limiting beliefs. Could have a little bit of like self-limiting beliefs at times. I want to say like your future spouse, somebody who could be their own downfall at times, and it's because like again, something about their emotions up and down, or the emotions maybe being negative, or them having some self-limiting beliefs. But your person could be the type of person where they're like their own worst enemy, their own downfall, because they could fall into like some self-limiting beliefs or something like that. Oh my gosh, heavy on your person, like in money, Leo. Your person, this is like my 4th, 5th card of money out here. Your future spouse loves money. Like they are very much money driven. They're gonna want your money. They're gonna want you to spend on them. But your person is definitely, and that's why I was getting like, with your person having this ego, and then them all being so driven by money, those are literally things that could contribute to your person's downfall at times. Because it's just a thing where it's like money is important and all, you got to have the money to buy your way through life, but your person could even like material things. But it's just a thing where like money, you can want things and all, but you shouldn't be so driven for it, or like need it, or have like an attachment to it. And I want to say your person could just have like an attachment to money. They are going to love money. Like that could be, money could be all your person know. Again, they're driven by money. That's all they want. That's all they talk about. And I'm even getting like your person may not even have time for you, because they always worried about their money. They always get into the money. And yeah, like that's something you need to know, because your future spouse may not even have time for you, because that's how much they worried about their bag. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I do see why your future spouse is going to have like downfalls at time, because they're too kind of driven by money. On top of this ego, them having an ego, and it's because they have money, because they look good, but more so because they have money, in this ego, because it's just a thing where you don't want to love money or always be chasing money to the point where, you're lowering your values, your morals, just doing anything for it, because it is other things in life, that require your time. So if you're always like putting money first, and you're having attachment to money, you're making that your only priority, things like that, that's when it's like a downfall. And I kind of see that with your person, and just doing whatever to get money. Some people are doing whatever to get money. They're out here like even working jobs that don't value them, or they're scooping low to real low levels to get money, if y'all know what I mean. But I don't necessarily see that with your person, but I do see an attachment to like money, loving money, being money driven. And this is like all your person knows, okay? So yeah, your person definitely might not have time for you, Leo, because they're money driven. Maybe that's something you could help your person out with. But I do see that being your person's downfall throughout their life. And that could have been a downfall of theirs before they even met you, because they have been so ego driven, so money driven, on top of that looking good. So your future spouse, I want to say, they could just have their priorities, not necessarily that money is the wrong thing, but it's that they have their priorities more so on the material world or the material, aspect of life. And again, I'm just leaving this at, maybe something you could let your future spouse know. It's just something as simple as like, you don't want to be having any type of attachments to the material life like that, to where you're neglecting other things in your life that needs attention. So, and not that they are, but that only makes sense if someone is so money driven. Okay. So yeah, Leo, your future spouse is gonna love money. They're gonna want your damn money. You might gotta put them in their place, like, hold on now. But they also make their own. They also make their own money, but it's something about them just loving money. Money is gonna be like their first priority. So even as this becomes your wife, your husband, you may deal with that. Your person just always being about the money, being about the bag. Okay. And again, ain't nothing wrong with that until it's becomes an attachment, or you become driven by it to the point where you're neglecting other things, or maybe just not being intentional about money, how you're supposed to get it, what it's used for, like the intention behind it. I'm saying, like, for why you're so driven for it, something like that. Okay, maybe you'll help your future spouse with that type of mindset and changing it. Okay. Yeah, and I'm just getting, like, if you're not on that same wavelength, y'all gonna have trouble, because it's like if you wanting to spend time, this person don't look like they're gonna have it. They're all about their success, their money, their looks, things like that. Okay, I feel like I got a Cancer read about somebody being like a little cocky or egotistical. So if it was a Cancer read, maybe y'all dealing with a Cancer or someone with Cancer in their big three. I think I got it for Cancer and Taurus, but yeah. You definitely got you a little egotistical, think they all that top shelf. Okay, so that's what I have for Leo. These are a little bit of traits about your future spouse. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one.